Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone, old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, Bob Arum says the bag ain't there for Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford. I linked our article from Boxing Scene in the description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You always can reach out to me if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. All my links in the description. Best way to find me is or reach out to me is on Twitter. If you want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal there. Best way to donate is to share the video. But yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of that lip boxing that went on in boxing between a lot of these fighters, man. It's going to boil down to will they take less money, significantly less money than they making right now to make these fights happen. And I was talking to somebody last night, and I was telling them, man, they was talking about, we got to wait 2 or 3 years to get these fights. And I'm saying it's going to be even fucking longer wait. You're going to get more tune-ups coming back because it ain't no fans in the stands. Now, some of the fights, they don't make the money off the live gate, but it's critical right now because the pay-per-view money won't be there. But Bob basically said that, it's good that Crawford and Porter going to sit down, and it may be a willingness to fight each other there. But he says that, you don't know how you going to pay these dudes, man. And people might be like, oh, see, Bob Arum getting away, he being cheap. But like I broke it down to these marks yesterday, bro. They didn't understand. What you got to understand is this. All right, when you're talking about a pay-per-view fight of, let's say, Wilder and Fury magnitude, the gate matters. Remember, they had nosebleeds going for a rack. People forget that. So to pay them $30 million guaranteed a piece, that's what the guarantee was, around $30 million. To pay them that, you got to have a gate. The gate got to be big. The pay-per-view got to be right. In the pay-per-view, they reached, almost 800,000? And they still took a loss. Let that marinate like neck bone juice. They had over almost 800,000 pay-per-views, reportedly, something like that, for $75 a pop, or whatever it was. They sold out the arena. The nosebleed sections was $1,000 bucks. They had a gate and they still took a loss. You know what I'm saying? And basically, Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter would have to survive off the strength. They would have to survive off the strength of pay-per-view. It's business. See, what PBC do is this. People say, well, PBC ain't cheap. They get the money and they do this, that, and the third, and they get the money. They taking losses. Al Heyman playing with other people's money. He got investors to be able to take that loss. The networks ain't fronting that bag. You know what I'm saying? They fronting some of the money, but Al Heyman is taking, investors' money and he losing it. He not flipping no profit. Tell you that right now, he buying a lot of those tickets up, man. He buying a ton of those tickets, and he not even reselling, he giving them away. So Bob don't, he said, well, Shawn Porter ain't my fighter, so that's something that they have to chop it up with. But, how much money do Shawn Porter truly make on a fight-by-fight basis? Did Al Heyman overpay him for the Errol Spence fight? Absolutely. He absolutely overpaid him. That's a known fact. And, you got to know what, do Shawn Porter want to take a step backwards after fighting Errol Spence financially? Nobody do. Do Terence Crawford want to take financially steps backwards to accommodate his friend Shawn Porter? No, he don't want to. They want to be compensated for what the fight is worth, which is a tough, rough, rugged, fan-pleasing fight. Now, this notion that people say Shawn Porter is an elite welterweight, he's not elite. Would he be the best welterweight that Terence Crawford fought? Yes. But he's not elite. Danny Garcia is not elite. They throw this elite, this A fighter out there. He's an A fighter. No, man, them dudes are not elite. Elite is probably Pacquiao, Errol Spence, Crawford at this division right now. That's elite. But, Keith Thurman, after that performance with Josito And Pacquiao, is he elite? No. Shawn Porter been beat by every welterweight this side of the Mississippi. Danny Garcia is proven not to be elite at the welterweight division. So everybody got in their mind, who elite, who better. Names don't make you elite. Just because you got a big name or you on TV don't fucking make you elite. Because you was a household name at 40, or you fought Broner and you fought Earl, it doesn't make you elite. People need to understand what the elite fighter is. That's Sugar Ray, that's Pernell, that's Trinidad, that's Floyd. That's Miguel Cotto at one point. Aaron Pryor, Alexis Aguayo. Oscar De La Hoya was elite at one point. Trinidad, Shane Mosley at one point. Duran was elite. Those are elite fighters, bro. And today's, it depends on what you consider, consider like everybody want to curve the scale. It ain't that many elite fighters. Tyson Fury is an elite heavyweight. It's a lot of belt holders who not elite. So it's subjective. You need to fight a name. A name is nothing. A lot of time a name is smoke and mirrors. It's like a nice magic show. A lot of people going for the 22 fake. Just because they were PBC don't make them names. If they were elite fighters, a lot of them dudes would be on the pound for pound list. A lot of them dudes never touched it. But it's subjective. This guy elite, and then when Crawford beat that ass, what's going to be, he really wasn't that good. He lost to this guy, that guy. It's just about discrediting people. Bagging a fighter, and then when a fighter make it look easy, they discredit him. They did it to Floyd for years. So we get into this, he should fight Shawn or he should fight Danny, he need a name. I don't get into that shit. Because most people don't know shit about boxing. Mikey Garcia, didn't he duck Gamboa? Absolutely. On multiple occasions. Danny Garcia, didn't he pay Victor Postal to step aside? I'm not paying nobody no money in my pocket, if I can whoop their ass. So we can go on and on about opponents. Lamont Peterson, didn't he ride Felix Diaz and win life and death with him, and Crawford put him in the pine box, and he never been the same like a Drake album? Come on. But once again, you talking to motherfuckers who don't know nothing about boxing. It's a lot of motherfuckers that claim to have something about boxing, that claim to know this, that they don't know nothing. When we talk about some of this shit going on, they weren't even talking about boxing. They weren't even aspiring to be a YouTuber. 99.9% of motherfuckers in the box community is exploiting motherfuckers, fans, and subscribers on YouTube. 99.9% for their own agenda. It's not too many thorough niggas in this boxing shit on YouTube. This is why I don't commit to it full time. Everybody got their alternative agenda. They worried about what this nigga saying. They making a video about what he's saying. Nigga, I'm not going back and forth with niggas like that, bro. Cause who got time? A nigga motherfucker that got too much time on his hand do that shit. Look what he said. Look what that dude said. His opinion don't hold no weight on my platform in my life. Let that be said first. Give a fuck what a motherfucker gotta say. We joking kid about when they say, yeah, but I ain't about to put a nigga name in the title. I don't care what this dude say this and this dude say that. Who cares? But as far as with Bob, as far as with boxing, it's going to be a lot of that going on. If there's no fans in the stands, you're not going to get your premier fights. They going to try it. Watch what I tell you. They going to fucking try it. They going to try the fucking triple option, and they going to put a fight with no fans in the stands or in the studio on pay-per-view, and it's going to flop. It's going to flop like a Shaq and Kobe album. It's going to flop. I'm telling you right now. They going to try it, and it's going to flop. And fighters, they going to be telling fighters, you only can get this much money for this fight. All these dudes talking, I want unification. I want him. I want Cinnamon. I want all these dudes. Watch what I tell you. The money not going to be there. It's not. Only one that's going to have the money to front it is the Zone. And if you go over to another country or Vegas, play a huge site fee. Other than that, without the fans there in the stadiums and with the economy being the way it is, ain't nobody shoving out $100, for no fight. It's people canceling Apple Music and canceling their Spotify and canceling their, Disney Plus and, HBO about to come out with their platform. Nobody buying that shit. The economy shaky. That 1,200 niggas that ran through that and they tax money like that. So everybody ain't essential. And even the essential workers, the money that they banking with super duper overtime, soon as the travel ban lifted or as soon as they able to go back to resorts, they taking a vacation. I need a vacation. They going on vacation. They going to Walt Disney World's greater. Seeing they stacked them in some paper. You know, when the essential workers think about going to Jamaica, the Bahamas, taking a nice long vacation with the money they stacking up, they ain't thinking about spending on no boxing. So that's the real deal, the real spiel. A lot of the fights you about to get coming up about to be tune-up, spark plugs, cleaning out your fuel injector, you know what I'm saying? All that shit, man. Wires, plugs, you know, if you got a carburetor on your old school, cleaning that out. That's what it's about. You're going to see a lot of tune-ups in studio fights until fans are allowed back in the stands. And that's it. You know, so if you hoping on some of the marquee fights, unless they come out with this cure or this vaccine, and then you got the issues with everybody taking the vaccine. Thinking it's some bull jive. So you got the conspiracy theorists and you got people that don't want to take vaccines. So you got to make sure people take the vaccine. You got to make sure the cure work. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to make sure the economy bounce back. Every week or 2 weeks they extend this stay-at-home order. You know, you're setting the economy back for months and months at a hand. So that's what you got to understand with boxing. You're not going to get these type of fights. Bob here, I'm not lying. Unless somebody's just going to front the money for them to fight in the studio and not get no return. Or unless they do, unless they do great pay-per-view numbers. If they were taking losses when the economy was doing okay before this on pay-per-views, they really going to be taking losses right now. So be prepared for a lot of tune-up fights, man. A lot of in-studio fights to end the year off. Maybe they have fans in the stands by November, December. I'm not sure. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links in the description. If you got business question, crowd response, video requests, keep sharing the videos. Y'all know what it is. We go.